Well, hello, my sexy gems. Thank you for stopping by Moonlit Tarot Scope to get your March 2020 love reading. I really appreciate your love and support. Gemini, I truly do. Everything you guys do for me, even from a simple like to subscribing, a donation, everything is so much appreciated. So thank you so much. I'm holding a crystal. It's called Scolamite. Ooh. I don't know why I want you guys to see it. I want you to see the patterns in the crystal itself. It is so freaking awesome. It's pretty much, this is from India. And it was a gift, and I'm just so blessed to have been given this gift. I don't know why I wanted to show you all that. This crystal is for intuition, connecting with higher entities, opening your third eye, your crown, but it does it in a gentle way and more loving way. So I picked up this crystal feeling like, am I going to have a deep message here for Gemini? Let me deliver it in a nice, gentle, and loving way. Because of what's going on with the Mercury retrograde, I really hope you guys are able to stay out of your head. I know that's going to be hard. You can really slip back into that as much as I tell you. It's going to be really easy to be in your head and be thinking about looking for and thinking about the negative. Okay. So just another reminder, okay, that's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, Gemini. All right, lovelies, let's go ahead and start your reading. I picked up my sexy time deck. Let's see what's going on with you and your partner. I'm going to go straight into this, okay? Straight into this reading. What is going on with you and your partner, whether you're single or in a relationship? If you're single, it's whoever you're thinking about. If you're in a relationship, it's whoever you're thinking about, okay? If you have more than one person you're thinking about, then this will probably come out as one person. Also, the stories could be flip-flop. I could say Gemini and actually be talking to a cross-watcher, or Gemini, I could be talking about your partner when I say partner. So there's two sides of every story. You figure out which story fits, okay? All right, let's get started. What is the general energy? What is going on? What's the situation, okay, with Gemini, and as Lulu by Love likes to say, they company. Gemini and they company. Okay. Hierophant. That's good. I'm liking this. The Devil in reverse. Not so much. Prince of Discs in reverse. Super. All earth energy right out the bat. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. In fact, it's likely, or if you don't know their sign, it's likely, or they could have a lot of that in their chart and you just don't know that. This is also a very stabilizing and grounding energy. I feel like it's a push-pull situation. It's almost like you're living in your higher self, both of you and your partner or the relationship. You're attempting, okay, to stay above and not go there. When I say stay above, maybe that's because you feel like your partner may be pulling you down in some way, shape, or form. God, I am so bright. So I've been doing my readings here since I moved in, but I didn't realize like what the light looked like with the sun, because I haven't had the sun since I've moved in here. My face is too bright. Anyway, so we've got the Devil in reverse. This talks to me about bondage, okay? Feeling tied to someone, tied down. In the reverse, I'm getting the feeling that you might actually be putting yourself in a prison that doesn't exist, okay? Feeling like you're tied down, feeling like you can't move or go anywhere. Both of you are feeling this way. It's a very stagnant feeling. Why do we have the Prince of Dis? Clarified by the Hanged Man. It's a messy approach. There's awkward communication between the two of you. I think the two of you, if you are communicating at all, it's going to feel awkward. There is a delay. There's a delay. Things are slowing down. There is definitely a feeling of heaviness. Although with the Hierophant here, you know, overall, I'm feeling like there's something to this union. There's something special about it, something spiritual about it. So we need to get into that more. Let's go ahead and look and see how you're feeling toward your partner, and we'll get more into the story. Okay. All right. We have the Princess of Wands, the Prince of Cups, and the Four of Swords. You're seeing your partner as a player, Gemini. I think you see them as a player. You also see them as very romantic and like they have the key to your heart. In fact, when you're with this person in their physical presence, or maybe even just talking to them on the phone, you have a feeling of peace and serenity that comes over you. Maybe that's why you're afraid that you might be getting a little too codependent on someone, and you're just like, I don't want to lean on someone. I don't want to, have to rely on someone else for my happiness, which, I mean, we have to on some extent, not rely, but yeah. The person in your life is going to affect your mood for sure. But, you're a lot more independent, Gemini, than you want to admit, as far as handling your own business and not really needing anybody. But I feel like you're afraid that this person is going to be something that you need, which leaves you in a position where you have no control over what happens. You feel strongly toward this person. You're very attracted to them. But I think more so than that, it may not even be physical. I'm also getting messages. So you might be exchanging some really kind of sexy time, messages, emails, conversations, little notes, things like that. This person is very romantic. They seem like they're very open with their feelings to you. And I love this Four of Swords. It's like, it's a place where you can actually rest when in this person's energy. I mean, I really like this. Okay, so let's see how they are feeling about you, Gemini. I think you do worry that this person could be playing your emotions or playing with you, or kind of writing this out until it burns out. But I think that's feeding into the fear that you have because of this. These cards are really overriding that, because you cannot find peace or serenity with someone that is actually doing that. Okay, I think you might be feeling like they're doing that. Nine of Wands in reverse, how they feel about you. Wow, I really get that they, it's not that they feel sorry for you, but they have empathy for you, Gemini. They see what you've been through. They see that you've been through a lot. They don't want you to feel alone. They could be a little concerned about a little too much brooding, or a little bit like, feeling sorry for yourself because of what you've been through. Don't buy too much into what I'm saying with that. Two of Swords here. They feel like there is a decision to be made. So it's very likely that this energy of the Princess of Wands here, it's not so much that they're playing games or playing. It's just that they might have to make a decision between you and someone else, and that might be what you're picking up on. It doesn't mean that anybody's playing games, okay, Gemini? One more card, please. How does Gemini's partner feel toward Gemini? In fact, you're bringing them to a crossroads. You're giving them the ability to move forward in some area of their life where they weren't able to move forward. And the Four of Cups in reverse. Wow. So these are both my kind of feeling sorry for myself cards, like not really seeing so like the Nine of Wands is kind of like, feel sorry for me, but you actually should feel sorry for this person because they've been through some real shit, okay? And then we have the Four of Cups, which is more like, I'm not focused on the blessings that I do have. I'm focused on what I don't have. This is how your person is feeling about you, okay? So it may be that you've let your guard down, you let them know some of the things that you've been through, and they certainly feel empathy toward you. There's no doubt. And because these cards are in reverse, I think they're in their higher mind, their higher self, when they're noticing this about you. It's not that they're sitting there and going, oh, look at Gemini playing the victim card, or oh, look at Gemini feeling sorry for themselves. No. Don't misunderstand me. It's more like, because these are in the reverse, it's more like they're recognizing some of your vulnerabilities. They're recognizing where you might be coming from. They're not having a harsh judgment of you at all. It's just that they're aware that you do have more blessings around you than maybe you do. And this isn't somebody that's going to beat you over your head about this, okay? That's just something they're aware of that you're not aware of. They see things in you that you are not seeing. They could also be feeling, let me look at this decision. What is this decision about? That you have a decision to make between two people. That's very likely. What is this decision? Head over heart decision. They might see you as being somewhat arrogant, Gemini, but also a smart business person. Let's get some more information. What else? Can you tell me about this Two of Swords? I think this person is moving and shifting in the world on a more earthly level where they don't think at all. They just do. Okay. It's not like they don't think at all, but when it comes to this relationship, they're just more guided by their gut, their intuition, than their head. But I feel like they're feeling a little bit back in the corner, like they do have to make a decision. And I don't know why that is. You don't feel that way about them. So the Hierophant in reverse. Wow. They're afraid of instability. They're afraid of non-commitment. I really feel some really strong earth energy in this person. So they could have a ton of earth in their chart. You don't know unless you've done their birth chart. But yeah. All right. This is somebody that possibly a Virgo, Taurus, but definitely there's so much earth in this reading. I feel like they know that you're not really ready for a commitment, and they have to get right with that. They have to accept that in their own way. So they're looking at that versus, because you're afraid of being tied down here. You really are. You have this. This is a real fear. I feel like your person is aware of it. You don't want to be tied down. They're not interested in tying you down, and yet, but you might be dealing with someone who's just very singular in nature, a very earthy energy, where it's like, it's not just earth signs, but it's very like kind of like the traditional, like, let's talk, let's date, let's move in this direction with our relationship instead of just sort of flying in and out of someone's life. Like, this person is very methodical. They want to take the right steps, okay? But they feel split because they have empathy for you. They see what you've been through, Gemini. Are they going to accept that you're not ready for a commitment or not? I think that's where they're stuck a little bit. That's where they're stuck. Like, am I okay with that? Am I okay with this? But it's funny because you've got this whole like player energy around your partner, but you know, it's you know, they could just be that seductive. That just could be who they are. Okay. They may not be playing games. They might just be really sexy in their words, the way they approach you, the way they function. Okay. And you're just seeing that. It's like their movements and their movements are literally for you. Their movements are like a message, the way they move. It's so artsy, right? Sounds like a ballet going on over here. Guys, this is a cute little dance that's happening. I do like the energy of this person toward you tonight. I'll be honest with you because they seem genuinely empathetic to your situation. They just have their own stuff going on. All right. Let's look at how your energies are aligning together. Together. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Three of Discs in reverse. Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know the timing is right for this, you guys. They could be really not willing to work on this right now. I feel like they kind of see that you might be in a world of hurt, and I don't know that they want to get into that right now. It doesn't mean they don't have feelings and they don't love you. Ace of Swords in reverse is letting me know that when the two of you are together, it's not like an epiphany. It's not like I don't think you guys are very super stimulated by conversation, and that's okay. That's just the way the connection's going. Whereas that might be how it started out. I feel like you're moving into more of a, I don't know why I keep seeing this, but it's like it's earthy, Earth Mother. It's like a dance. Okay, it's like, think about a woman going into labor and giving birth. Like her body is doing what it needs to do, right? It's just doing, all right? There's no thought involved, all right? It's just like, I'm in labor. This is what's going to happen. I have no control. Like, I feel like y'all's relationship is coming from a place where it's just happening, but it feels natural, okay? But there's fear. I see fear. Maybe the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it could be like there's still karmic cycles that haven't closed out. So it's almost like you guys both need to do work on yourselves. And I feel like maybe the timing of the relationship could have hit like a little too early because you've got to close out the cycle in order to begin a new one. And I don't know that you're working on this relationship very much as far as communicating with each other, kind of saying the hard things, doing the hard things, because you're still kind of stuck in a cycle that hasn't closed out yet. And that could be with this person or with an old love that is still influencing the way you feel about love, okay? So I don't know. It's a little bit oppressive. It's almost like a part when you guys are thinking about each other, you're really into it. You're really into each other. When you're together, there is this peace of mind. I did see that, but the energy itself together, it feels against karmic law here. It feels like it's like you guys might be attempting to it's the bottom of the deck here. Nine of Swords in reverse, an end to anxiety. But yeah, you guys are attempting to maybe, because nobody is thinking about this, it's just sort of like happening. There are some clashes here. It's where I'm a bit lost because, Gemini, if you're doing what you have to do, like this is a natural relationship, you're naturally drawn to each other. It's coming easily as far as being drawn to each other. And yet your energy together is not comfortable at all. Are you using this person to, I don't mean using, not intentionally, but is this person someone that you're leaning on to keep from going through the ending of a very painful cycle that needs to end? Somebody that's like a counselor for you or counseling you, or maybe you're counseling them. But it doesn't come from a space of error. What are the blocks, Spirit? What are the blocks moving forward? Nine of Cups. All right, so I was just like thinking, as soon as that card came out, I was just thinking that like what you wish for may not be truly what you want. Careful what you wish for. Emperor in reverse. Controlling energy is also a block. So this person may seem very natural, easy to get along with, easy to be with. I feel like you might be able to easily control this person. Or they might be controlling you. And then 20, the World card in reverse. I think it's too soon. I think you guys are both moving. It's too soon, but at the same time, it's natural. So it's not like you guys are forcing this relationship to occur. It's occurring naturally. Let's clarify the World in reverse. Why do we have the World in reverse? The Sun in reverse. Almost like you guys are in a lifeboat and you're just kind of clinging to each other to stay alive. I feel like you guys this might be a rebound relationship and you might be a rebound. I feel like it's on both sides. And you want it to work because it's coming so naturally and so easily. But I do feel like this is a rebound from what I don't know. So watch that people's emotions aren't too intertwined, Gemini, if this goes any further. Spirit, what is the most likely outcome of the situation between Gemini and their partner? Nine of Swords again in reverse. So it is going to be an end of anxiety. You guys really are. I almost feel like you guys are, in a way, saving each other. Eight of Swords in reverse. And the Seven of Discs. Again, you may question this later on, but the most likely outcome that I'm seeing is that there's going to be an end to anxiety and fear when it comes to love, and I do like that. You're going to be impatient with this person. You might lose your temper with this person, and there is a bit of going against the grain with this person. As much as I feel this natural draw to them, it still feels a bit trite and it still feels a bit forced. But maybe the universe or the earth or Mother Earth is bringing you guys together for a reason. Maybe you guys are here together at this time to help each other heal and move forward with each other or not. I'm really not sure, but I feel I feel a rebound here. This is a rebound. This is someone that you can go to that just gives you that comfort and that desire that Gemini, I almost feel like you're not quite really super into this person, but you're not going to be with anybody that you're super into right now. Okay? I really feel like this reading is about a relationship that's really kind of, you guys are relying on each other to kind of get through a difficult time emotionally and in love. And your connection is more based on leaning on each other, healing each other, rather than focusing on each other. And that's not bad, unless somebody gets hurt. Okay, unless somebody gets hurt. There is frustration in the near future. There is an end to anxiety. There is a feeling that maybe you have made the wrong choice because you kind of knew that maybe you shouldn't pursue this person, or maybe you shouldn't lead this person on, or vice versa. You might have felt like they were kind of leading you on, but ultimately you guys both kind of knew that you were sort of each other's pillow, backbone, landing, a place to land. And so there is going to be frustration moving forward. So this will be interesting to see how this relationship goes, because personally it's a bit conflicting to me, but at the same time, I do believe that true love can be healing. So rebound or not, oh no, it could actually turn into something healing and good for the both of you. Let's get advice. Let's ask Spirit for advice for Gemini in this somewhat complicated situation that you've got going on, okay? With a rebound partner. This could have been somebody that's come back and, not just a rebound, but someone that you kind of tend to go to on a cyclical basis, or they tend to come to you, but you've never made each other like the focal point of each other's life. Maybe it's time to consider that, because the first card that came out the deck was the commitment card. All right. But then the rest of the reading was all about, I'm not committing. They're not committing. They know you're not committing. They know, you guys both know that you make each other feel better. But in the long run, is that healthy? I don't know. It could turn that way. Just because you kind of taken this person for granted that they're around doesn't mean that they're not the one for you. I don't know that. That was not made clear to me. All right. So let's ask Spirit for advice. Actually, you know what? I'm going to look at the tarot, the fairy cards. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea where these readings are going to go. None. This is, I don't think I've ever done a reading where a rebound relationship kind of came up. That's a new one for me. One more shuffle. This one wanted to come out, Princess of Autumn. So this is the page, this is messages of, messages about steady progress being made. But, excuse me, I am tired. It's also kind of talking about that neither of y'all are moving. There's stagnancy in this. And, you guys both might need a little push from the universe to look at this relationship a little harder. Make sure that you're not setting yourself or someone else up for unnecessary emotional pain, because it's been that way with the two of you in the past doesn't mean that it's going to continue. People change. Your connections with people change because people are changing. So they're saying don't sit in this for too long, even though there's so much stagnancy in the relationship. Maybe talk to them. Have honest conversations with this person. for spring. This is about commitment, celebration, gratitude. This could be just saying, enjoy each other's company, go to each other's parties, hang out with each other's families, hang out, have some contentment. And I feel that, like, I really feel like this person is a very calming and healing person for you. Just because the fires of passion are maybe not super stirred up doesn't mean there's not a lot of depth going on here. I mean, there's a lot of pull and depth from the earth bringing you guys together. And then we have the Chariot and Renewal 20. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline, celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight, review the past and present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. So, yeah, don't judge them. Don't judge yourself. Leave yourself kind of out of it, like as far as beating up on yourself, okay? And take this somewhere. You know what the advice, interesting enough, is saying, you know what? This relationship may not just be a rebound. This relationship might be something that needs to get moving and needs to go somewhere. And because this is coming up as advice and there was so much non-movement and stagnancy in the entire reading up until when I asked Spirit for advice, it really does make me feel like I think you should explore this relationship a little bit more, okay? Explore the possibility of this being something long-term, because this person isn't one that's going to wait around a whole lot. They're not going to be comfortable with not getting a commitment from you, okay? You may not be ready for commitment. I'm also getting that too. So it's a timing issue. This is really it's really up to you, because ultimately, Gemini, you're the one that's going to move this forward or not. You're the one that's going to allow this relationship to move into a different direction than where it's at or where it's always been. But you need to move, because if you don't move on this, they're going to go away. Okay. They're going to go, they're not going to hang around for too long, because the person that you're dealing with right now is not comfortable with not having a commitment. Okay. So for our beautiful, I got new moon oracle cards. I love them, of course. You guys got moon in Leo, which we just had a full moon in Leo. It is an important time to guard against being self-centered, over-opinionated, or pushy. So let go of trying to control this person. You don't need to. There's no need to. The world is sort of bringing y'all together for some reason. It's so strange. It's a connection that's not really a soulmate or a twin flame connection. It's more like very grounded, very earthy, very natural, though. Meant to be there for each other. That right there, the fact that you feel calm when you're in this person's presence, this person does truly have empathy for you and your situation. In fact, they can see things in your life that are brighter and that are more positive than really you can. And that's good. Like, these are all really good traits to have in a relationship. There's not a whole lot of like fires burning, passion, madness. There's not a whole lot of, I'm not getting a whole lot of like, that kind of vibe. Maybe there's not a whole lot of physical attraction between the two of you. Maybe you guys are together in that way out of comfort. I don't know. But at the same time, there may be this may be a call to look at this person in a different way, okay? To look at this person in a different way and actually consider changing the direction of this relationship into something more than it is, okay? All right, Gemini, actually, this was a good reading. I like this. I like this for you. Although there's some concerns, there's always concerns, right? Love is so scary, right? It's like maybe they're not your best friend, okay? But they are a friend of a type, right? And rather than put them in a box or God, words, y'all, I'm so sorry. Compartmentalize this person into one section of your life. The advice is really to let them out of that compartment and let them explore. You guys maybe it's time for you guys to explore this relationship going more seriously. Take this person more seriously, right? Just because you don't feel the fiery madness, like magical, you can't sleep, you can't eat, true love type feeling, baby, that's not what love is about at the end of the day. Like the old people, like I'm turning into a crone, okay? I'm good with it. I'm getting gray hair. See, isn't that pretty? I'm so into my gray hair. It's cool. But I'm a lot of the things that they would say, and you thought, oh, that's horrible. Like these people that would get married in the 50s, they barely know each other, and then, they're still together like 60 years later. It might be one of those things where it's not, you're together for a reason. Okay. This relationship is being supported by Mother Earth, by Divine Feminine, by the natural world. Maybe there's more to this. Maybe you're supposed to have a baby with this person. Okay, that's a that makes a perfect sense. But maybe you're also meant to allow the fire and the passion and the intensity to grow slowly. I believe that's a thing. Okay, I believe that truly is a thing. I didn't understand it when I was younger. I understand it now. Love can start off very quiet and it can grow by leaps and bounds over the years. I truly believe that. I've seen that. And I think that might be what this is. So reconsider this relationship, Gemini, if this is resonating with you. Don't sit on it for too long because this person is going to drift away like they have before. They might come back around again, but they're not going to take you seriously if you don't take them seriously. So think on this, but don't think too much, Gemini. Don't think too much. And this Mercury retrograde, communicating with others might be not a great idea. So, but they're telling you to move on this. So, at a minimum, shift your energy toward this person. Look at them differently, okay? Think about it differently, all right? Okay, gems, you are gems, so precious. Thank you so much. If you're here to the end of this video, I really appreciate your love and support. It means the world to me. It means so much. It's a blessing, as always, for me to do your readings. I would love to invite you guys to join us at Moonlit Tarot Scope. It's a group on Facebook. I would love for you guys to join the group there. I put a little extra content up there. You get more of a heads up about my personal live readings. If you're new to this channel, I do personal live readings specific to you. So you can actually jump on and ask me a question, regardless of what your horoscope sign is. But it's really best to be subscribed and hit the bell. Otherwise, you're not going to know when that's going to happen. You're not going to get the notification. You really do need that in order to make it on time. Because they're not sets. There's no set schedule for those. Okay. They happen when it's they're free when I'm ready for it to happen, to be honest. Okay. All right, gems. Lots of love to you. I'm interested to see where this goes. Okay. Okay. Take care. Bye.